Meets World.
Hello and welcome to the much anticipated return of the premier Boy Meets World podcast, Boar Meets World. We are your hosts. I'm Kyle. Sitting across the table from me yet again is Steven.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry.
Yeah.
Still me.
We're back.
Yeah. Hi.
Yeah. I'm sorry we've been gone for so long. I know Steven keeps in contact with you guys on Twitter and social media in general.
At Boar Meets World. Hi.
I do not. But I'm excited to be back.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Were you surprised when I was like, hey, you want to pod Sunday?
Yeah, kinda. A little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Why were you surprised?
I don't know. It's been a while.
Been a while?
Yeah.
You're like, that motherfucker, he's done.
So it might show on this episode.
Yeah. Or
that
it might
it's been a while.
Or it might be super fresh.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
TBD.
Yeah. Right now.
Mm-hmm.
To be determined right now. Okay.
So what are we on?
We are on episode 23 for us. Episode 1 of season 2 of Boy Meets World.
That's
this
right.
one's called Back to School.
Back to school.
Boys have had a summer break,
Mm-hmm.
and they're starting high school.
And we kind of had a summer break.
Yeah,
but kind of a chilly one.
Yeah, it was like fall break.
Yeah.
We had an extended fall break. So, immediately, I noticed an improvement in season 2.
Well, I know what you're going to say, but go ahead and tell us what it was.
The opening.
Yeah.
We go from this crazy, quirky,
Mm-hmm.
late 80s ensemble that's the season 1 opener with these bad photo edits and stuff that they try to like add objects
I
to the
thought it was
names.
kind of cool. I kind of missed like the car driving through his head,
the
or
Band-Aid,
whatever the hell. Yeah,
the skateboard.
yeah.
Does that person even skateboard? They had the skateboard as their back thing? Was it Shawn?
Who was it? Shawn or Minkus? I don't remember.
I don't know.
It definitely wasn't
Minkus
Minkus.
would have been way in left field. But yeah, I prefer this because it's short, it's sweet.
That might be a change you notice as well. No
He
Minkus.
wasn't in this.
Yeah.
He's probably at some Ivy League prep school or something.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, that would make sense, right?
Sure.
Does he come back?
No. Well, makes one more appearance.
One more appearance. Was he in Little Giants by any chance?
I don't know.
No,
I don't think so.
That's a different kid doing the computer calculations and stuff.
But he does show up for Girl Meets World, but I don't know if we're ever going to cover that.
Nah, probably not. So another change I noticed is the Matthews house is having breakfast and they're getting ready to start their days.
Mm-hmm.
Alan cut his hair.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Not really a fan.
No?
I miss the long curly locks.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
That's the best Alan.
Yeah.
Kind of the mullet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he rocked it.
Yeah. But we got a new mullet.
We do.
But we'll get to that.
We'll get to that for sure.
So this episode opens up with, well, as you said, people eating breakfast.
Right.
The parents kind of talking about Cory maybe being nervous on his first day of high school.
Yeah. And who wouldn't be?
Sure. Were you?
Oh, Jesus. I didn't want to go.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I was tired of school at that point.
It's like I've already had enough.
Yeah.
Sure.
I've had enough. Yeah.
What else could I possibly learn?
Yeah. I know enough.
Yeah.
I don't have to go. I could probably go there and teach
Mm-hmm.
because I know a lot
Yeah.
at 14 years old.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But turns out, Cory, pretty excited.
Yeah.
He's got a plan.
Mm-hmm.
He's been talking to Eric
Yep.
all summer long, getting all the deets about high school.
Yep. We got a written thing of who to look out for, what to expect.
Mm-hmm. And then what happens?
Does Shawn come in at this point?
He does, and
With
he
those-
looks a little different. Huh?
Those massive sideburns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks good.
It does look good. As weird as that is, I'm not saying he looked good, but
Sure.
but he looked good
Yeah.
with those sideburns.
I'm not saying he looked good, but he looked pretty fucking good.
Yeah, just gonna say. It's weird though that like
It blended in well with his hair, I thought.
It's just kind of weird that like this is set in the mid '90s, but there's definitely like some little '50s going on there with the kids.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it's you previously stated that maybe the show was how do you say, like an outdated kind of thing or something.
I think it's it could be too that like we want to show that they're rebelling, but we also want to maintain that it's safe.
Mm-hmm.
Which, you know, rock music, if they're going to play rock music, I noticed this with like Full House. It's always like Beach Boys, early Beach Boys, or like 50s Elvis.
Well, I think that's what I was going to get to. You say outdated, but with the 50s kind of undertones and stuff, even with the Bully we're eventually going to meet.
Yeah.
They're kind of a timeless thing, though, in a way.
Yeah, I guess.
So it kind of works.
Are they timeless?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fonzie, always cool.
I forgot about Fonzie. All right.
Forgot about Fonzie.
I will leave it alone.
That might be a new show.
Forgot about Fonzie.
Yeah, forgot about Fonzie.
Hosted by Harvey Winkler. Harry Winkler. Can't remember his real name. What's your name again, Fonz?
I think it's Henry.
It's Arthur, motherfucker. Fonzarelli. Hey. Moving on.
Good Lord, we're off track. All right.
All right.
Just because of
means we still got it.
Some little cyber. But, however, Eric has a contract for Cory to sign.
Right.
And it states that he cannot contact him at school verbally or non-verbally during any and all school hours.
They also have him as referring to him as the Great One.
Yeah. This day forth, forever and ever. And if he must, he should refer to him as "Oh Great One." And Cory's name was
Insignificant Speck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would like to emphasize that Speck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you trying to do?
It sounded like I had a Hispanic slur. In my line.
Interesting. You got a little brother.
I do.
Would you guys...
Don't even go down this road because once he got to high school, he was already cooler than me. Okay.
So you guys were in high school at the same time, right? At least a little bit?
Yeah, about a year, I think.
Did you draw up any contracts for him or anything?
No, we just kind of kept to ourselves unless, we were fighting or something. But
did you tell him, hey, don't bother me at school? Or did you give him any warnings for entering high school, perhaps?
I don't remember if I did or not. I don't know if I said, leave me alone, you're embarrassing me or anything like that.
You probably should have.
No.
Because I know this boy.
Well, I don't think I was embarrassed. I think I just laughed along with everyone else at him. I was just like, hey, because I can't. The way we look a lot alike, apparently,
sure. Yeah.
according to like everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't really deny him. You know what I mean? They'll probably just think it's me, and like the next day they'll be like, that was the stupidest shit you ever done. And I have no recollection of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't think I've ever said that. And he, if he listens, he'll probably correct me. But
I don't really see it. Kinda, but not really at all.
Like when I'm shaving.
Still missing the hair,
But no, I think I legit ruined friendships for him, like a couple.
Because they
thought it was me.
Yeah.
In like Walmart or something, and they would be like so happy to see Zach. That's my brother's name. And they'd be like, hey Zach, what's up? And stuff, and I just keep walking or just look at him like, who are you? And,
Who are you?
Who are you? That's probably what it was. They're like, we don't want to be friends with him anymore. Not because he's unfriendly. It's just because he sounds so dumb. Like, who are you?
I missed this show.
Yeah.
So, this didn't really bother Cory and Shawn too much here.
Mm-hmm.
They're more thinking about something they're just now realizing. No more Mr. Feeney.
Yeah. And they exhale mentally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do a pretty cool little dance, which you said maybe wasn't so cool after all.
Well, you sent it to me in a GIF when I was like, hey, we're going to record.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw it in the GIF. I had no sound. I had no context. I was like, it's pretty cool. And but then after watching the episode, hearing the sounds, hearing their voices, knowing that the Matthews parents are right there.
Yeah.
It's kind of cringy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, sorry.
It's all right.
Maybe I should have sent it to you after you saw it.
Then I would have been like, oh my gosh, who are you?
So we're going to jump to school now.
Okay.
And they almost instantly run into the bullies.
Yeah, 2 bullies.
Known as Frankie and Joey.
Mm-hmm. They were almost in Frankie's way.
Yeah, just about.
Yeah.
Very close.
They're looking for homeroom.
They look for homeroom, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Joey says it's right there, pointing at the lockers.
Yeah.
So Shawn climbs into a locker.
No struggle.
It's like, oh, goody, I'm the first one here. And Cory's still out there, and he's kind of talking his way out of this or something. You're trying to.
Yeah.
And then he makes Frankie start to wonder something.
Yeah. If he's gay or not. I need to be alone with my thoughts.
Any thoughts about that?
PC
police showing up, or what's up?
I mean, it's not cool to make gay jokes. Being gay isn't funny. It's just the way some people are. You probably shouldn't be making fun of them.
Was that making fun of gay people?
Indirectly, yeah.
Interesting. It's a different time, man.
Different time.
It's before we knew it was bad.
I mean, me in the 90s, I probably would have laughed at it.
Yeah. And you were in tears earlier watching it, too, in 2018.
Shh. You're going to kill my character.
What was it?
Woken, not token.
There you go.
There you go.
And yes, so he wonders if he's gay, and he goes off to contemplate that, and Joey kind of runs off with him.
Yeah.
So they scrape by on that one. Cory says, hey, bullies are gone.
Yeah.
You come on out. Shawn's like, I'm going to stay in here. See some ladies walk by. Maybe the view's a little better on the outside. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I think that's what he said, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So they get out, and they're looking for homeroom.
Mm-hmm.
And Topanga shows up.
That she does.
Yeah.
And they're very eager to join her in the hallway.
Yeah, they
kind of, I guess, steer clear of bullies, perhaps.
Yeah.
And to take a look at what happened over summer vacation.
Yeah. There were some recent developments regarding her character. And they take notice.
That they do.
So. But they're all in homeroom together. You know, 218, Turner.
Is it 218, really?
Yeah.
You remember this?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, weird quirk of mine.
He's autistic.
Yeah. You would know that if you listened to the show before. But then we meet Turner, right?
That we do, but Cory assumes that he is possibly the head bully, Harley Kiner.
Yeah, the dreaded Harley. That is
the most feared student at John Adams High.
That was, he was mentioned when Cory was hatching his plan for high school. He was going to come in and slowly work his way up the ranks and be Harley's trusted advisor.
Yeah. Cory starts to follow his plan, and he tries to make friends with him. But it turns out, just a new teacher.
Right.
That's all.
A new hip teacher.
Yeah, he's pretty groovy, you might say.
What was your first impression of high school?
I'm
interested because you have claimed countless times you love school.
Oh, yeah. It was great, man. It was all right.
It was all right?
It was great, man. It was all right.
Yeah, it was great, man. It was all right. Okay.
I just remember my first day of freshman year, which we're not like these weirdos that go to high school in 7th grade. We go in 9th grade.
Yeah. Which I think is for the better, I think, or at least 8. Because 7th, I feel like you're not really, I don't know, I don't feel like you're old enough to be around that demographic that is the upperclassmen yet.
Yeah. Hanging out with like 16-year-olds when you're
try like 17,
12,
18, and 12 and 13.
Not developed enough to hang out with people like that, I think. But yeah, I just remember my first day homeroom. I don't know if I told this story already or not. I may have.
Go ahead and tell it.
Where there was a giant dude in my homeroom.
No, I don't remember this story.
And I'm just like, dude, fucking high school is huge, right? Like, what's going on here? Turns out this dude just failed like a fuck ton of times.
Yeah,
So,
did he have a beard?
I believe
A
so.
mustache? I think I know who you're talking about.
His name is Andrew Garland.
Andrew Garland. Never mind. I'm thinking somebody else that you know had a mustache who's super goofy.
Who's this?
I don't know. We'll have to think about it later.
He also had a younger brother, which also failed a lot, named Matt Garland.
Matt Garland. I didn't know
That rings a bell.
I didn't know Matt or what was that first one's name?
Andrew, I believe, just went by Drew, though.
Drew. I didn't know a Drew. I didn't know the second one. I knew a Brandon and Connor had. But
no, sorry.
Okay.
But yeah, so he should have already been graduated, I think, but he was in my freshman homeroom.
Gotcha.
So I was just like looking around. I was like, this fucking dude's huge.
It is pretty crazy. That, like,
Oh, because he's 18.
Yeah. And Hollywood likes to do that, though. Like, they cast upperclassmen with, like, mid-20s at the youngest. Because it's, I guess it's a labor thing. I think it's also, like, to show that maturity on screen.
Yeah.
I think it was Dawson's Creek that used, like, 30-year-olds for high schoolers, right? Or something like that.
Probably.
James Vanderbeek.
Dreamy. Oh, yeah. So it turns out that there was this Mr. Turner.
Yeah.
New student. But, yeah, I thought the little...
Well, he's a new teacher.
Oh, yeah. Teacher, sorry.
Yeah. It's easy to get confused, They thought he was Harley.
Yeah. But I liked the little back and forth where Corey's like, I'll do all this shit for you. And Turner's like, I just want you to do the homework. And he's like, I'm not sure you want me doing your homework.
You were so bad you got students? Yeah.
So, yeah, then that's when they realize, oh, he's the new teacher.
Do you remember having, like, a cool young teacher in high school?
Fuck no.
Right?
They're all just old and boring.
I think there was, like, one
No
guy.
offense to our teacher listener.
Yeah. But I think we had, like, one guy, and I wouldn't even consider him, late 20s, early 30s. He might have been, I don't know. But
Who was it?
I think Mr. Sayer. He might have been after.
Mr. Sayer. Is that like a...
He was a history teacher.
Yeah.
Like, people said he was hard as shit, but he was, like, super cool.
I mean, I've had cool teachers, but I wouldn't say young, hip teachers, no.
But, like, he, one of the things he did that kind of made everyone like, holy shit, he's so cool was, you remember our old bassist, Jacob, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or the guy we played music with. We didn't own him. Our bassist.
Yeah. He was ours, though.
Okay, yeah. Sorry. He would wear trip pants and black tees and, the goth.
The teacher would.
No, Jacob did. Yeah. Really cool guy. But... And him and Jacob swapped clothes one day, and Sayer wore it the rest of the day.
He look goofy as fuck.
I mean, yeah, but
because I assume other than that, he's
got like really short.
He's got like
he kind of has my hairline going on, except shorter. He looks,
and you would look funny in trip pants, obviously.
Oh yeah, I've never wore those things.
What about Jinkos?
Jinkos, I had a couple Jinkos.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Yeah. They're still cool in my book. But I'm trying to think how to describe him. Basically, like a more mousy Jude Law with glasses. Yeah.
In trip pants.
In trip pants and a black golf tee. Yeah.
Do you remember the tee exactly?
Nah, it's some band tee.
Probably band, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe Twisted, knowing Jacob. I don't know.
Oh yeah, whoop whoop. Turner, teacher, blah blah blah. We're in his class now. Mm-hmm. Of course, they were late because they thought he was the bully, but turns out nah. And we're gonna read a book.
Yep, they're covering the Odyssey because he teaches. He's also homeroom and he's also English lit for their class. So
that's nice. They didn't have to travel to another classroom right after homeroom.
Yeah, convenient.
It's good touch.
Yeah. Well, that's actually kind of smart, Like, you just start your first class in your homeroom. You don't have to have everyone move around. Very practical.
That never worked out for me. You?
No.
I was always fucking upstairs, downstairs. Like, put all these classes together. Jesus.
I don't think our high school operated as efficiently as... What's theirs? Sam Adams High School?
Yeah, Sam Adams. John Adams.
John Adams, sorry. I got drinking on the mind.
I know you have a problem, but...
Oh, yeah. No, because I'm on call every other week, so it's hard to develop a problem when you can't drink half your life, okay?
Well, poor you.
Yeah. Well, it's me.
I can't be an alcoholic.
Yeah, I can't kill my liver if I want to. I can't contract jaundice or develop jaundice. I guess you wouldn't contract it, right? I really need to learn English before I start using big words.
Well, then I would take Mr. Turner's class.
Oh, yes, I would.
Because that way you get to read X-Men as well.
Yeah. I thought that was cool as shit just watching it right now.
Really?
Man.
So, yeah, we're talking about the Odyssey.
Yeah.
And they're like, book, boring.
Yeah, epic journey, heroes.
Yeah. Turns out, X-Men is the same thing, dog.
Yeah. Epic journey, struggle.
Turner's fan, X-Men. Yeah. Loves it.
Yeah. That's very,
Did you recognize what issue that was?
I didn't, actually.
Okay.
Was it the,
I have no idea.
The big X-Men number
one or whatever? I don't actually know what it was. I just thought maybe you pinpointed it out there.
When did this season come out?
I would say 94.
94. Okay, so I don't know if that was the year that Jim Lee's X-Men, that big iconic cover that's got like Wolverine and Cyclops. You don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
But yeah, I know. I thought that was a really cool assignment too. Like, hey, read this issue of X-Men, and then read the Odyssey, chapter 1 of the Odyssey, and tell me how they compare and contrast.
Yeah. So Cory at first is like, hey, this is a cool teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Get to read X-Men. Then we realize it's actually just more work because you got to read the book and the fucking comic book now.
Yeah.
So he's Feeny with an earring.
Yes, he is.
Does that sum it up?
I'll get to the comparing and contrasting those two at the end of this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after class, we finally see. Well, I kind of like this part too. It kind of skips it in the notes, but Cory, Shawn talking about their next class. Turns out they're not together.
Yeah.
And then we can see all these fucking kids coming down the hallway and it splits them up.
That one that was pushing. Oh my gosh! I almost called him Ryder because I'm smart. I'm in the know. Boy Meets World. Like he looked like he was trying not to laugh when pushing him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they're separated.
Yeah.
Did you
and in a few ways, I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And the realization of, hey, we're not going to be able to get through this day together.
Exactly.
Kind of like we planned.
Or we're going to have to take different paths. We can't always be on the same path.
Yeah, it was pretty deep, man.
Did you have any issue with that when you started high school? Like,
I didn't really go in with anyone, so.
I got you.
Yeah. You?
I had a girlfriend that I didn't really have any classes with. And
you were glad, right?
No. I was kind of pissed off. But
a girl. Well, you were dating Tara in high school?
Yeah. Believe it or not. No, let me retract that statement. I must have thought I was somebody else. No, actually. Thank you, Stephen, for correcting that error. Yeah.
But yes, this is when we see the real Harley Kiner,
right,
hanging out with Frankie and Joey. And Cory walks on up. He's got his plan ready. Puts his hand out. Says, Harley Kiner, how the heck are you?
Dude.
Yeah.
Is it Harley?
Harley.
Harley looks straight up like he's our age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old is he for real?
In the show?
Like in real life.
For real life? I have no idea. I saw his name on the credits, but I didn't think to look him up.
I would do it, but I don't want to.
Yeah. Well, here, I'll do it. You just keep talking.
Well, his name is Danny McNulty.
Danny McNulty. All right. But anyways, yeah, Cory runs into Danny McNulty.
Yeah, Harley Kiner, hanging out with Frankie and Joey.
Yeah.
Trying once again to make friends with him.
He was 22 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
He's giving him his whole little speech here of how...
a Martian now, Jesus. Keep going.
That could be a future guest, but all right.
Oh. Whoops.
We'll edit that out.
Well, it might have been an old picture. I don't know.
Yeah.
Could have been he was playing a Martian for a role. I don't know.
It could have been another person altogether.
Yeah.
So he's telling him, hey, I'm going to give you the opportunity to change, like, your whole presence here in high school, kind of.
Right.
And not going to be the guy that just beats up kids. Like, you can take me under your wing. People will like you even more because you're hanging out with a little lowly 7th grader.
Right.
You know? And during all that, of course, Joey's like, hey, Frankie, it's the dude from when you were gay. And then Frankie runs off and has to think about things a little bit more, and Joey follows behind because they're all tag-alongers.
Bullies congregate. Remember that. The only real strength they have is in their number. You single them out, you win every time.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Harley.
Sorry, I had a text from a work-related text. Sorry, that took me off.
Yeah, it's probably important.
So anyways, they're tardy, and Harley goes with Feeney.
Yeah, Harley moves in to do the job for himself because he previously told Joey and Frankie to beat him up, but they had the whole gay thing to think about.
And then, yeah.
So he was going to do it himself, but Cory is selling his idea to Harley. And then he seems to agree and asks for Cory's name. And he says Cory Matthews, of course. And he says, and I quote, "That's a poofy name." Any thoughts about that?
Poofy? Define poofy.
I don't know how he meant it. So
soft.
Okay.
SAWFT.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
PC world.
Why wouldn't it be? What are you insinuating?
I'm just asking.
What?
I have no thoughts.
Poof.
I'm just asking the questions.
Poof. Here. I think that's a British. I think you might be confusing that with puff. It's like a British
I'm not
slang
confusing
for
anything. I don't
homosexual.
have any thoughts whatsoever.
I really thought you were going to say, I'm not confusing anything. I ain't gay.
That would have been good.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's like, if you want to be friends with me, you got to change your name to something cool, man.
Right.
And so he looks up and down Cory. He's like, Johnny Baboon. Be a pretty cool name for you.
Is it Baboon?
Yeah.
I kept thinking Bababoon or something like that for some reason. And I just watched this episode. Banana Bow or something.
What do you think about Johnny Baboon?
Johnny Baboon.
Pretty good name?
I don't think it fits him.
No?
Yeah.
Well, who would it fit? Who
like
you
somebody
picture?
who's like drags their knuckles.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Maybe has a pronounced anus. Like a baboon.
Yeah, maybe it's pink. I don't know.
Maybe he looks like the character from Cow and Chicken.
That's a classic. So Cory kind of goes with it, and a teacher comes by, and he's like, "The bell rung several minutes ago.
Oh yeah,
what are you doing in the hallway?"
Poindexter-looking hall monitor.
And so he asks for their names, and Cory's like, "That's Johnny Baboon." So he sends them to the principal's office, and well, of course, Harley Kiner not too pleased because Cory's already got him in trouble.
Right.
And so we're going to send them in ABC order here.
Yeah, starting with Baboon.
Baboon first. Then we get the big reveal here.
Yep.
Were you surprised?
You know, I knew he stuck around, but I couldn't remember how.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I thought he just followed him as their history teacher. Like, I didn't know he became acting principal. Surprise, it's Feeney. George Feeney.
Yeah. So there he is, Feeney, the teacher / principal, neighbor that we all know and love.
Yeah, fully immersed in Cory's life.
And, of course, we already know their back and forth's always pretty good.
Yep.
Hasn't changed in season 2.
We'll treat this as a dress rehearsal for the many encounters we're going to have.
And I'm sure that will happen.
Yeah.
But that's TBD also. So he gets a warning, sends him to class, which is, I want to say history anyways. And it's with Mr. Feeney. Cory
Shocker.
realizes on his notes.
Yeah.
And then the bell rings and we get the reoccurring joke of, oh, you're late again. So, Harley...
Wouldn't he be late too? Because he's not in the classroom.
He's a teacher, man. He can show up whenever he wants to.
That's true.
Although I don't know how he would technically know who was late or not unless they came in somehow even later than he did.
Right?
Yeah.
I guess you're playing a dangerous game there when you try to time the teacher, right?
Oh, wow. So Harley blames Cory for the detention that he received all week long. because of this and informs him that he's going to kill him after school. 3 o'clock.
Yeah. Cory thought they were going to take gang pictures.
So Cory, terrified, he gets Shawn to ask Eric for help in the lunchroom.
Eric is like, why are you talking to me, Shawn? Not that, I don't know if that's his name or not. I'm just calling him that.
Yeah.
And the girl's like, too bad.
Yeah. He's got those sideburns. Pretty cute.
Yeah. Well, I think those were already ripped off. Yeah.
I'm just
Topanga ripped them off.
thing.
Like, because, my boobs are real, your sideburns are fake. Haha.
Yeah. And so Eric heads on over to the water fountain.
Yep.
Where Cory is standing beside it.
He's like, make it quick.
Yeah, make it quick. Help. This show's funny.
It is.
So he gives them the advice of
go to the nurse's station till 3. Have them call mom and dad to come pick you up.
Yeah. And he decides at first, well, before we even get to that, what about when Harley comes in and he's like, who ate the last piece of chicken?
Yeah. Cory actually had chicken on his plate.
Yeah, he had the little chicken piece in his hand and he kind of tossed it to the side. And he's like, I'm going to kill whoever had the last piece of chicken. Good shit, man.
That's great.
So Cory decides at first that he's going to take up Eric's advice and go to the nurse and pretend that he has the flu. And however, he happens to meet 2 other guys that are doing the same thing. And he kind of realizes, hey, I'm not going to be a dweeb and a coward.
Right.
And a loser.
I'm not going to do this for
nerd.
6 years. Yeah. Well, you keep looking at me every time you say this. Yeah. He's like, I'm just going to go on and take a beating now and have real injuries rather than fake them for 6 years.
Yeah.
I'm paraphrasing, of course, but that's what he said.
So Cory goes to face Harley.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, do whatever you're going to do.
Yeah. Aren't you going to run? Nah.
No, he's going to stand up to him. And that's what you should do.
Yeah.
You know?
I guess if you want your face caved in.
But of course, Great One happens to show up.
Jumps the stairs.
Yeah, look very cool.
Very.
Athletic.
Yeah.
Just wow. And he's trying to protect Cory here. And of course, Cory starts mouthing off a little more. And actually, hey, let's chill out here. And Harley moves to attack Eric, but Mr. Turner happens to interrupt. And he says, I teach English and kickboxing. And
English lit and kickboxing. Nonchalantly.
And he scares old Harley away. But Harley's like at first,
could I take you?
Yeah, could have taken
He's like, no.
So I could have taken the kid, though.
And he's like, good for you. Yeah.
And Turner tells him to go home, read the book, and Cory notes he happened to just live through the Odyssey, actually.
Yeah.
And end scene.
Yep.
So what did you think about this episode, Cal?
It's pretty good.
Pretty good?
Yeah, it was a good break-in.
Solid season opener here.
Yeah, very solid. We're introducing
any other kind of changes that you picked up on, or any growth in character, or anything like that?
I came to realize with that after credit scene that Morgan is the head of the house.
Yeah.
So.
That's true.
Yeah.
As all little kids are, I think.
Yeah, the babies of the family usually run the show.
Yeah.
They get their
Zach, right?
They get their mom's Pepsi. They get their phone upgrade. Their pair of socks.
Clean undies.
Clean undies. They don't even have to look for it. They just order it.
Just never ends.
Yeah. Express service. But changes. No Minkus.
Mm-hmm. Do you miss him during the episode? Really?
Actually, I didn't.
Where's Minkus?
No, he kind of pulled a Lenny on me. He didn't really leave much of an impression. So
good callback.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think he worked with season 1, obviously, but I think season 2 already seems a little bit more mature, and so I don't know if he's really necessary anymore.
He kind of acted as the rival, like foil to Cory.
Yeah. And now I think high school is that now, in a way. And Harley, of course. But.
Yeah, and plus, if he goes to high school, if Minkus is on the show in high school with them, he is the poster boy of what gets picked on. in high school,
Yeah.
which means he's going to outshine the whole dynamic between Harley and Cory.
Yeah.
Because obviously he's going to go for Minkus before he goes to Cory.
Yeah. I mean, but he's going to obviously quickly take down Minkus, but...
Yeah. Or Minkus will think his way out because he's smart.
That's true.
He might just
Very true.
poof out of there.
You say poof again. I don't... What are you getting at?
Didn't he do that at the end of season 1? Like he just vanished?
Yeah.
Gosh, that was so smart.
Yeah. All right. So here's where we get to some of our notes. Any topics you want to touch on here?
Yeah.
That we haven't maybe touched on already?
Let's compare Turner and Feeney real quick.
All right.
Because they're two... they're similar yet different. They're similar in the fact that they challenge their students to think about the objects. Turner's a little more new school. Feeney's, of course, old school. The way he dresses, the way he talks. Turner, exact opposite. He's got, he's very modern for the time. The left ear pierce, the mullet going on, the baggy denim shirt with the baggy pants.
Mm-hmm. And that's the mullet we were referring to earlier, by the way.
The new mullet of Boy Meets World. They even kind of clash a little bit in this episode because Turner is sitting there eating lunch.
Yeah, we didn't really touch on that. But
and Feeney comes down and he's like, basically giving him shit because he's having him read X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like...
Which is like totally a Feeney thing, though.
In a way, right?
Like he has these things that he does where it relates to them or something they're interested in or a real life thing to learn the lesson that he's trying to teach.
I mean, it almost paints Feeney as like he's looking down on these students in that scene.
Yeah.
Which I don't think he does. I think he's sarcastic, but I think at the heart of it all, he doesn't. Mm-hmm. And I don't think he would act that way.
Because he was saying we wanted the kids on our level, or maybe I should say my level now, since Turner's not even at my level at this point.
Wow. That was, Which, I mean...
Kind of a prick this episode.
Yeah. I mean, has he always had this arrogance to him? You think in season 1 and we just didn't see it because he was the only teacher figure we had?
I mean... Not as outright as at least that scene, I don't think. But I think that was just to set up this dynamic between the two teachers now.
Right.
Because we never had two teachers before, as you pointed out. So.
And you can tell that Turner, looks up to Feeney because he's like, you really think I'm groovy?
Yeah. Well, I think he's kind of being smart ass at the same time.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. Do they touch on Turner's history at all in the show? Like what his background was, why he came into teaching, or anything like that? Because I feel like he would have been like a.
He probably would have been like a Shawn turned into a teacher.
I was even thinking maybe Shawn or Harley.
Yeah.
Like somebody took him, under their wing and like, hey, you don't have to be like this. Like he's probably the guy beating up the kid for doing his book report when he's at home and he's already read the book 3 times.
Yeah.
Because he loves it. But he's doing that because that's what is expected of him.
Yeah. I can see that.
Like, I could probably just write you a whole Turner script right now if you want.
All right, well, we can do that, and you can find that on our Patreon.
I'm not really going to do that. But I'm just saying, like, he's that cool teacher, and he's not trying to be cool. You know what I'm saying?
He just is cool.
That's just how he is, yeah. So
he just happens to wear a leather jacket and drive a motorcycle.
Yeah.
No biggie.
Yeah.
But, what do you think about Turner? You excited to see more Turner? Or?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I kind of wish he actually had a role later in the show.
Well, we got this whole season and season 3, and I don't know if he's out at the end of season 3 or sometime in 4, but we got a little time with him.
All right.
Yeah.
Good.
And, he kind of turns into a kind of a real character rather than just a school guy. So I think they brought him in, from what I read. Friends was kind of kicking off.
They want somebody a little more hip.
Being real cool. It's like we need like a 30-year-old cool guy on the show.
Trust me, he dresses very similar to how they do on Friends.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because Tara's been watching Friends here recently. And holy shit, dude, that first season of it, it's so 90s.
Yeah.
Like, they even have, like, knockoffs of riffs from Gin Blossoms playing. And
Nice.
Yeah.
I touched on your brother in high school. You didn't really have anything. What else you got?
You want me to talk about? I don't want to talk about him.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, he could do a better job of doing that if he was here on a show, because he's supposed.
Well, I just meant if you had any relation with the Eric Cory thing that they had, which I already asked you while we covered the episode.
Not really.
Yeah. What else you got?
Let's see. We did after fall break. That was talking about us taking our fall break. Alan cut his hair. First impressions of high school. Mr. Turner, cool young teachers. Harley looks 30.
22.
Apparently. Well, that outfit made him look like he was 42. Looks like he was listening to Johnny Be Good when he was throwing around a switchblade thinking about who he's going to beat up at 3 o'clock. Phineas principal, standing up to bullies. Did we touch on that? You never got bullied, so you never had to stand up.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Sorry. You?
Wasn't worth the trouble.
I just kind of flew under the radar. Or
I
was too asleep or something to get picked on.
I was just kind of like, whatever.
Yeah.
Ignored it.
Yeah. As you should.
Yeah. And plus, I think when we were in high school, too, fights were starting to be, heavily punished, so.
Really?
Yeah.
How so?
Just fighting. Okay, you are suspended. You're going to miss so much school, or you're just,
You never heard about people meeting over across the road at the fairgrounds?
Oh, the Legion?
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time. But I wasn't about to do that shit because I knew I would get beat when I get home. When I get home.
I got to lose this fight and then lose the fight to my parents.
Yeah, I'm good. I'll take 0 beatings rather than 2. And Turner is too cool. What Feeney is too smart. Covered that. What'd you learn this week?
Oh God, what did I learn? Let's see. If you got it, go ahead. I'm gonna think about it.
What did I learn this week? I guess I could say I learned it's better to take no beatings rather than 2.
Very good.
Yeah.
I probably learned that. Jeez, I was gonna say something, but that'd get me in trouble.
What were you gonna say?
I'll tell you off air.
Oh my God.
Let's see here.
I gotta remember to write this down before oh, we're still recording. See, we're sitting here ooh, what did I learn?
I think I learned that apparently the Odyssey and real life, it's the same thing, bro.
Yeah, we all have our Odyssey we have to go through.
Yeah. And it's also kind of like X-Men.
Yeah.
I didn't know because I never read X-Men.
They have a Cyclops.
That's true.
Yeah. Do you have a Cyclops in your life?
Oh, God. No.
No. Stephen learns that he had no Cyclops in his life.
What's the other thing we usually do? Lesson and is that it?
You gonna plug anything?
You already probably know Twitter at Boar Meets World, and that's about it. Anything else you want to talk about?
I would just like to apologize because I feel like the delay in our episodes was because of me.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's...
Nah. It's everybody's fault.
You think
it's
so?
Okay.
No.
It's the listener's fault, I think.
It's your all's fault. If I had more of you, I'd probably be a little more inclined to do this.
If we had more subscribers or 5-star reviews over on iTunes, which you can go do right now, we might work a little harder at this,
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is that too much to ask?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Maybe if you're a teacher, maybe start teaching this pod in your classrooms. They take it home. They start listening to it. They're like, Mom, Dad, you'd be really hip if you listen to this pod.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, we want our kids to like us. So then we got the adult audience too,
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Anything you would like to recommend? Anything you've been loving lately?
What have I been loving lately? I watched season 3 of Daredevil.
Yeah? Was it sick?
It was the sickest.
Really?
Yeah.
Like in a good way?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was awesome.
Cool. Better, worse than 1 or 2?
Better than both.
This keeps going up, huh?
You have no idea.
I don't have any idea because I've only watched like 3 episodes.
Oh, well, you should, get past your one little hang-up with it and just watch it.
Is he blind or not? Like, I don't get it.
Yes and no. What else have I watched here lately? We kind of watched Sabrina a little bit.
Oh, the new one?
Yeah, I mean, if you're into teenage stuff like Boy Meets World, you might like it. It's
I watched the first episode.
It's almost too teenagery.
It was almost too long.
It felt really long, yeah.
I was expecting, maybe the regular 45-minute, but it was like straight up hour plus.
Yeah, it felt like a full-length movie, that first episode.
Yeah. And I guess I was expecting something different because, it was a little teenage, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it's written by the same guy who does Riverdale.
I haven't watched it, so I didn't have anything to compare to. I just knew it was supposed to be a darker Sabrina.
Well, I think they're going with the comic book rather than, what's her name? It was in the 90s Sabrina.
Melissa Joan Hart?
Melissa Joan Hart's thing, yeah. If I thought, immediately when you said Melissa Joan Hart, I thought Joey Lawrence.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah.
But, God, that show deserves its own pod, too.
What?
I think we said that before, Brotherly Love.
Yeah, we'll probably do that. That might be cool, right? I've been thinking, what's our next show going to be?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, at the rate we're going, we don't have to worry about it till we're 40. So.
Yeah, we'll be dead by the time we finish this.
Yeah. But, I definitely love all of the imagery in it. That's very cool.
It seemed like it could be cool. Yeah. I'll probably give it another shot, but...
It looks awesome.
But so far, I'm like, I don't really care about, boyfriends or friends in high school and, shit like that. Just give me the witches and the devils and shit like that.
Yeah. Just, if you can give me, 30% less Sabrina and about 70% more devil in that show.
I also didn't really like her aunts in this show.
So
far.
I was getting confused. I was like, were these the same ants they had in the Melissa Joan Hart show? Because they remind me of them.
And were they British or something? I didn't know what was going on there.
I think they're supposed to be going for Old English, but it comes off as British.
Okay, yeah. But I was obviously she's not, or no one else. I didn't know why they were. Maybe because they're so old, because they're witches.
According to the show, they live an absurdly long amount of time.
Yeah.
To kind of go woke and not token on this show a little bit, I feel like they're kind of going dollar store bargain with their token gay black character. Mm-hmm. That's kind of concerning. Mm-hmm. I don't feel like any... I feel like this is kind of a trope that female-oriented shows have, where they're the center lead. Mm-hmm. They feel like they have to throw a gay supporting character in there.
Well, they need a friend. Yeah, that's a dude, but kind of on their level.
But, okay.
Is that too far? I don't know.
It's on their level. I see what you're saying, and I know it's not coming from an offensive point of view.
Is that an ignorant way to say that?
Well, she's got to have a guy friend that doesn't want to fuck her, Yeah,
that's basically what I'm saying, I guess, yeah.
But, I feel like that could be done with... I don't know. I'm not trying to discount homosexuality.
No. I don't know. I don't give a fuck who you fuck.
Yeah.
Just party on.
Yeah. Do what you want to do. You do you.
Yeah.
Or do him.
Yeah.
Whatever you
or her. Whatever your preference is.
Yeah. But I don't know. It feels cheap.
I feel that way about a lot of modern things.
But, I've never read the comic. I could be talking out of my ass right now. Mm-hmm. He could be a character from the comic, and he is just the spitting image of that comic book.
I'm going to take a guess and say no, not at all.
Okay.
But, that's just because I see a trend with a lot of modern things that are like that.
Yeah.
Not saying it shouldn't be there, but it seems
it's there.
Forced at some
artificial.
point.
Yeah, it's not natural. Yeah. I will say I kind of miss Salem being witty and sarcastic.
Okay, yeah, he did talk, right?
He talks when he's not a cat.
Yeah.
He whispers.
It's weird.
Yeah. That's cool. The creepy stuff, the peeking behind the wardrobe thing or whatever, and he's I got your ad,
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Not to turn this into a Sabrina pod.
Yeah, I know. God, I did not mean to talk about that show that much.
You're supposed to tell us what you've been digging lately.
Yeah.
Cover the whole fucking show. So Sabrina and
Daredevil. Seriously, check out Daredevil season 3. It is amazing.
Yeah, prefer that over Sabrina, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay. How many did you watch of Sabrina?
Sabrina, I think I'm almost done with the season. Like I watched 8 episodes.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, keep it spoiler free now.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Hill House thing yet?
Hill House. No, I haven't.
Me either.
I'm trying.
Hear good things.
Huh?
Hear good things.
Hear good things.
I also heard it's kind of like a 6 Feet Under, so that kind of got me excited.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I need to go back and start watching that show again. I kind of left after season 3, episode 1.
Kurt Cobain died today.
He's too pure for this world.
That was a good show. Check that show out.
What else was I talking about?
I don't know.
Ozark. I was trying to watch season 2 of Ozark, and I had to turn it off.
Didn't like it?
It's just boring. You can do bleak, or you could do boring. You can't do bleak and boring.
Really?
Yeah.
I like season 1.
Season 1 is awesome.
Yeah.
Season 2, once a character dies, that's, pretty cool. He's not like the main focus of the show, or she, whatever, this, but after he's gone, I'm just kind of like, okay, we don't, there's a void in this show, and it just keeps spiraling down, and it's not gripping me.
Okay.
So, if anything, it's just kind of like, wow, this is bleak. I need to turn this off and watch Friends.
Yeah.
So,
it's a good show, too.
I mean, they're there for me.
Yeah. Always. Yeah.
When the rain starts to pour.
You know what I just finished watching?
What?
Growing Pains.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Seavers, I'm into it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I watched all 7 seasons in 2 weeks.
Did you feel like the Leo DiCaprio took away from that show? Or?
No, man. He came in at season 7, episode 1.
Okay.
So the very last season. And honestly, I thought season 7 had some of the most laugh-out-loud parts. I thought it was the funniest season.
What happened to that? What happened to him in that show? Did he get adopted or something? Is that why he...
Well, they took him in.
Yeah.
And then his dad came back.
Okay. Because I remember
he went with him.
The final season when they're moving out.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not there.
You've seen this show?
Yes.
All of it?
Yeah.
Holy shit, okay.
I watched it with my mom, all the time.
Yeah. See, I never seen the ending, so I didn't know what happened, but they just moved.
I never knew how big of a Jesus guy Kirk Cameron was till after the show.
I think, was he always like that, or is that a recent development?
It might have been after he did Left Behind. I don't know.
Okay.
But did you ever read those books?
No.
They kind of had a small little following when I was growing up. Some people read them. I didn't read them.
I thought it was a Christian book.
It is a Christian book.
Okay.
Yeah. About the rapture and stuff.
Not my cup of tea.
No.
So I guess we'll end the show.
Okay. Yeah.
If you enjoyed this little extra bit here, let us know.
Yeah, this might be the start of something here. I feel like.
I was kind of thinking about this, honestly. Everyone's got their Patreons, and they're like, hey, here's some extra shit or whatever. It's like, maybe we should do some extra shit, and if anybody gives a fuck. So if you do, let me know.
We'll call it Primetime Bore.
Yeah.
And we'll just talk about television shows.
That'd be all right.
Yeah.
So he's Kyle. I'm Steven. This is Boar Meets World. At Boar Meets World on Twitter, iTunes, all the other shit. Sorry for the break.
Yeah.
And
thank you all for waiting.
We'll see you next week.
All right. Bye.